Hello and welcome to episode number 14. I hope it's episode 14. And let's see how it's gonna go today. I was doing Facebook Live this morning and Facebook just cut me off in the middle and cancelled and deleted my Facebook Live. So the Facebook is going through changes and so they're adding and removing a few things. So let's see what's gonna come up in the next few weeks. And so today I would like the topic of the episode would be, are you clear on what you desire in life? And this is one thing I kind of avoided to look at, and I'm not really sure why I refused to look at, because I was pretty sure of what I want. I thought I'm pretty clear of what I desire, but I actually no, I'm not. And that's kind of one of the reasons why not everything I would like to have in my life are showing up in my life. Like today I was driving and I kind of get this idea that when you ask, like when you ask Alexa or Siri, I actually never used any of them, but I've seen other people do it. When you ask for them, like, Alexa, play, I don't know, Bohemian Rhapsody, and what does Alexa do? She actually plays the song, unless you like pronounce it weirdly or something like that. It doesn't know what to play. And then I was thinking, well, can I ask the universe the same way? Like, universe, can you please, don't know, give me a puppy, or universe, can I have a puppy? And it's kind of like when it comes to asking Alexa or Siri, we know we have to be clear for it to understand what we actually asking for. And especially if you have a really heavy accent or something, it doesn't really understand, and it gives you something really weird. But it gives you something, or it tells you, sorry, I don't understand you. Can you please say again? Or I don't know actually what the messages the Alexa gives you when it's not clear what you are asking for. I don't know if you watch Big Bang Theory. There was an episode where Rajesh got a new iPhone, and he was like playing with Siri and the voice recognition system. And when his friend asked, what his name was? Oh no, I forgot. The Jewish guy. When he said something in Indian accent, call someone, then kind of Siri understood. Oh no, Siri didn't understand what he says, so she said, "Can you repeat?" or something like that. And then when Leonard says something, "Oh, Siri, please call," something like gibberish, and it called Rajesh. So basically, what is that? And the same is when you're clear on asking the universe, it actually delivers what you're asking for. And if it hasn't delivered, it's either the universe is still preparing the things. Like, for example, when you ask Alexa to play Bohemian Rhapsody, it's probably the song is already in kind of the system, so it just pulls out the thing and it's there, and it plays the song in the seconds. But if you say, "Oh, Alexa, can I please get a new blender?" it's not gonna Alexa is not gonna manifest it in front of you. It's actually gonna pass the message to the Amazon. Amazon is gonna pick from the shelf whichever you want, and it's gonna take longer for it to be delivered to your doorstep. And the same is when you're talking to the universe. It's not gonna it will have to rearrange things for them to come to you. And when you are specific, it's kind of easier to deliver that specific thing. I remember many years ago, I was single, and my ask was to have a man who is older than me, who doesn't have like a big family, like who has doesn't have a parents, and who has his own children. Like those are my kind of, I don't know. I'm sure there were other asks, but those were like few of my asks. Like, and it actually delivered. I got the guy who didn't have a parents because they were already on the other side. He had children which I never met, and he was older than me. But he still wasn't what I wanted to have because I didn't ask for the things that actually kind of mattered to me. So what is it that you are asking the universe? Like, are you asking for like things that are you think you want to have? Because most of the times we are actually asking the things that we don't have. Like we assume that we and assume that other people won't have it, so we need to have it too. Instead of actually asking as well yourself, what do I actually desire? Especially with life, when we see people on like let's say Facebook or Instagram, they post like really cool pictures of they've been there, they did this, they ate this, they're wearing this, they look like this. So we assume just because they are very kind of famous, like in the area, we think we want those things too, and we kind of ask those things too, but we actually never get them because we are not really, or we get them and we are not really happy about it. And the same thing is about the business. Are you asking in your business, what do you actually want to have? All the things like, or you just think that just because you have business or just because you have that other thing is just gonna come naturally. And so over the like a past week, I had to kind of force myself to look at all these things. And I'm not quite like 100% there yet. Like, do you see the brown wall behind me? It's I have like a one large living room which is kind of separated in two, and so I wanted like a partition wall there, but I still not 100% sure what I want on the wall. So at the moment there's like just two panels, and one panel sits there, and because I'm not really clear what do I actually want on that wall, it just sit there. And it's been there for probably 2 months now. Yeah, I bought it around Christmas, so it's even longer than that. In January, I bought those two partition panels like in January, and I still have not got a clue what I want there. And it's because I'm not clear what I want on there. It's actually not happening. And once, like, I hope someday. Well, I actually kind of am clear because I already bought like a really cool wallpaper for that. And so, and that's the thing when when you're not clear on what you want, it actually doesn't happen for you. Like when you are doing a renovation in home, or when you are creating a product in your business, or if you're not really clear on what you want, nothing is really gonna happen. Like if you're not really clear on what you want on your website, it's always gonna be in this building stage. And it's almost like, where is your life in that building stage? Are you clear on what you desire in life and you're just moving towards it, or are you just sitting there and kind of pondering what you want your life and nothing really happens? And So I'm inviting you actually to look, what do you actually desire? Don't be vague and don't be like super, super specific. Like, I have a friend who is not happy with her house at the moment. She definitely knows she doesn't want to be in the house, but she has a really pretty idea of what she wants from the house, what kind of house she wants. And so she basically wants the house that is in particular location with, it's almost like to the detail that it's almost like she wants the hill on one side, lake on the other side, village on this side, and I don't know, redwood tree on the other side. She imagined that house so specific that even though, and she's wondering why it's not showing up. When you are too specific to the like a really like a to the smallest detail, for universe it takes longer to rearrange. So it's basically it's starting to look for the place that looks like that, with mountain on here, lake on this side, village on this side, and redwood on that side. It's basically maybe there is already place where there is a hill, mountain here and lake there, but there is no village in front of it. So it's basically the universe has to rearrange so the village is in there. And the redwoods are there. But maybe it for redwood to grow there, it would take about 10-20 years. So basically in 50 years, she could actually have a house like that. And this is where we as well kind of shoot ourselves in the foot when we ask for something, when we are too specific, especially to the details that are not maybe that important, instead of asking how we want to feel in the house. Like, for example, for me it's like I have a house in the middle of nowhere, which I kind of wanted, with a terrace around it. But I wasn't like 100% specific what the terrace I would like to have, or what would the middle of nowhere would look like. I just wanted not to have too close neighbors. So basically, the universe delivered me the house, which was the easiest for it to deliver. And now, like living here, I'm noticing all the other things that I should have asked, but I didn't. And then I have a choice whether to just do an interesting point of view on those things, or find something else, like different, if it's like really super important for me. So what are you asking the universe, or are you clear on what you actually desire and what you are actually asking it? Or you are just super vague and you're just hoping that universe just can deliver just because you have it. Sometimes it helps to put these things on a paper and see what is what, because even sometimes putting on paper you realize that you don't actually want that thing, or you actually want that thing because someone else wants that thing and kind of implanted that idea, or you want this thing because everyone else wants that thing. I remember a few years ago I was in India. I lived there for five months, and I was swimming in the ocean, and I was like in the water and looking up towards the beach, and I was wondering like why I'm not happy there. And after a while I realized that I actually, a few years ago, I was actually asking whether I would like to live, that one of my dreams is to live on a beach, like where is sun and sea and sand and mojitos and all that thing. And so basically I got the dream. I lived for 3 months in Goa, pretty much on the beach. For 2 months I lived pretty much on the beach. And then I realized that I actually, a few years ago, I was asking for it. Like my ask was, I would like to live there. Not there specifically, but I would like to live on a beach. And I never actually asked whether my body would like to do that, whether I actually would like to live there. Because everyone else was posting those palm tree pictures on a beach, and oh, that's my dream to sip margaritas living there. And when I actually got the dream, I realized it's too hot for me. There's nothing really much to do on that beach, that particular beach. And so I was just like, God damn, I got myself into this place where I actually didn't want to be. And just because I wished for something that wasn't mine, and then again, I wasn't specifically clearer on that. Only thing I asked for was I would like to live on the beach. And I got that, and I realized I'm not happy with that. So when I ask now for that thing, I actually am a little bit more clear, but not 100% clear. And then you actually have to acknowledge that you've received it, because not always things are the way you think it will be. Like my life for those 2-3 months living in Goa by the beach, it wasn't actually what I wanted, and I wasn't actually it showed up. The universe found the easiest way for me to be there, and I went there. So I'm inviting you to look as well. Where are you not actually willing to be clear? Maybe that's something, because, well, there are many reasons why you're not willing to be clear. One of the reasons could be that you might actually gonna get it, and or you found there can be like a conflicting agenda. Like, for example, I really like living here in this particular house. I like that I don't have any neighbors, but I don't particularly like the area I'm living, because there's not much to do. Because I like going to this coffee shop, sitting there, going to cinema once in a while, go dancing, and there's nothing like that is happening. Probably in nearest 100 kilometers. There's nothing like that happening. And at the same time, I don't want to look for another place, because I believe that I'm not going to be able to create what I have now and in that other place. So I'm not really actually looking at all the places. So at the moment I'm going to live here until I decide to change that and actually look at what I actually desire to do. Or when you're in a business, like, how much money would you like to bring in? How much, what clients, what products, what services you like to offer? Because if you're not clear on what you're offering people, you don't really know how to package your services and products, and people are not really going to choose it, because if you're not clear on your message, the customers can't be clear on what you're actually offering. And so, yeah, this is my kind of invitation for you for this week, or any other week, whenever you are watching this. What are you actually desiring in your life? What are you actually asking for? Are you clear enough for what are you asking? And so, yeah, that's kind of my invitation to you this time. And have fun with it, because I'm definitely gonna look for that, because when you're looking for something, it's actually eventually it's gonna show up. And because last few weeks I was looking actually about what does it take to actually have money, not just what I normally get, like, but to have really lots more money. And it's kind of things start to show up once you start kind of looking at these things. So have fun, get clear, and make a list of all the things you like to create in life and see whether you're actually clear enough. And just, yeah, ask universe like you would ask Alexa, and have fun. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.